Hey everyone! Welcome back to Elevate English Podcast, where we grow your English and your confidence, one word at a time. I'm Mia.
And I'm Eric. Today's episode is all about memory hacks, specifically, how to remember new vocabulary easily.
So the other day I was in a meeting, trying to describe this beautifully detailed cake I'd seen, and I completely blanked on the word exquisite. I sat there calling it, super fancy? Not ideal.
We've all been there. That little blank spot in your mind can feel so awkward. But what if I told you there are simple, science-backed strategies to fill that bucket so words stick, instead of leak away? Ready to stop forgetting and start retaining? Let's dive in.
Before we jump into tricks, let's understand why words vanish so quickly. Psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus mapped out the forgetting curve. It shows that within 24 hours, we lose about 80% of new information if we don't review it.
Think of your memory like a leaky bucket. Right after you learn a word, the bucket is full. But if you don't plug the holes by reviewing the water, your memory seeps out fast.
That's why a single encounter with a word isn't enough. We need to reinforce it at key intervals. Lucky for us, there's an easy pattern. Review within a day. Review after 3 days. Review after a week. Review after a month.
Plug those holes, and your bucket stays full. Now, let's look at specific strategies to make those reviews stick, starting with making words personal. Alright, first strategy, making words personal. When you tie a word to your own life, it jumps from just another term to my own story.
Remember my exquisite cake? Here's how I made it stick. I pictured that moment in the cafe, the soft lighting, the rich chocolate swirl, and said to myself, that cake was so exquisite, worth every penny.
Exactly. Or take nostalgic. Think of a specific scene like summer afternoons at your grandmother's house. Then mentally say, this song makes me nostalgic for grandma's porch.
Ask yourself, how does this word connect to my experiences or emotions? That personal link creates an emotional anchor, and our brains love emotion. Our brains are hardwired to remember images better than plain text. That's why turning words into vivid mental pictures is so powerful.
Examples. Serendipity. Picture yourself walking in a park and spotting a shiny coin on the ground, pure luck. Lavish. Imagine a grand banquet with golden plates piled high with exotic fruits. Meticulous. See a jeweler placing each diamond one by one with tiny tweezers.
Make it silly or surprising. The more unusual, the more your brain says, whoa, that's worth remembering.
Next time you learn a word, close your eyes and paint a mini movie in your mind. Then, just for fun, share it with a friend or jot it down. You'll be amazed at how well it sticks. Strategy 3 is practice, practice, practice. Using a word immediately after learning it seals it in your memory.
Examples. Conversations. Slip your new word into a chat. That movie's plot was so peculiar, I didn't see the twist coming. Journaling. Write a sentence or two. Today I felt flustered when my computer crashed. Group chats. Drop it into text with friends. Speaking aloud. Read your example sentences out loud.
Aim to use each new word 3 times in different ways the day you learn it. Those repetitions turn fresh vocabulary into familiar tools.
Next up, active recall and spaced repetition. Active recall means testing yourself. Close the book and try to remember the word and its definition. Spaced repetition means reviewing at increasing intervals. Day 1, Day 3, Day 7, Day 14.
It's like watering a plant in measured doses. Too much at once floods it, too little and it wilts.
Apps like Anki or Quizlet automate this schedule, so you never forget when to review.
Fifth strategy, learn words in context, not isolation.
Examples. Frigid. The wind was so frigid, it turned my fingers numb. Peculiar. He eats cereal with a fork, a peculiar habit. Nostalgic and sophisticated. Tie them to stories or articles you read.
When you see how a word behaves in a sentence, you internalize its nuance, making it far easier to recall and reuse.
Last but not least, teach the word. Explaining it to someone else forces your brain to organize and reinforce the concept.
Teach a friend, a sibling, even your pet dog. Flustered means nervous or confused, like I was this morning when my alarm didn't go off. Charming is natural pleasantness, like that street performer who had everyone smiling.
You'll find teaching is one of the fastest ways to lock words into place. Vocabulary review. Exquisite. Beautiful, elegant, finely detailed. The restaurant had an exquisite menu. Frigid. Extremely cold. The weather was so frigid we stayed indoors. Serendipity. A happy accident. It was pure serendipity running into an old friend. Meticulous. Very careful and precise. She's meticulous about organizing her workspace. Peculiar. Strange or unusual. He has a peculiar habit of eating pizza with a fork. Lavish. Rich or extravagant. The party was a lavish affair with golden decor. Nostalgic. Sentimental longing for the past. Looking at old photos makes me nostalgic. Sophisticated. Elegant and refined. Her outfit was so sophisticated. Flustered. Nervous or confused. I get flustered when I can't find my phone. Charming. Pleasant and attractive. The little bookstore was so charming. And that wraps up our deep dive into how to remember words easily. Remember, it's not about one perfect trick. It's about weaving these strategies into your daily routine.
If you found today's episode helpful, please subscribe, hit the bell, and share it with a friend who's learning English.
Keep practicing, keep teaching, and keep showing up. Your vocabulary is growing, one creative tip at a time. You've got this.
See you next time on Elevate English Podcast, where we make English learning unforgettable.